All right, Vinyasa, yoga, flow class. So what do we need to know about this flow class? It's a lot faster paced than, say, a gentler or a typical hatha yoga class. So you're going to want to really, especially in this class, listen to your body. When it says no, you say no. Back off, modify. I will give lots of modifications within the practice, so you can choose what works for you. Sorry, I was just starting some music in my background. You can start music in your background too if you'd like. And in a Vinyasa flow class, one of the differences is our mind doesn't have time to wander off very long, because for the most part, other than just this beginning part and Shavasana, we're going to be really moving quite a bit. We're going to be challenging ourselves a little bit. And so it can kind of be a nice way to build heat, detoxify the body, build strength, and also get your mind one-pointed. So through this practice, focus on your breath, and then just focus on listening to your body. All right? So we're just going to work into our breath to start, and then we're going to get moving right away. Coming to our mats, we're going to sit down for the moment and just find our sit bones and take a few deep cleansing inhales and exhales. So I want to sit up nice and tall, breathe in through the nose, take a nice big inhale breath. Good, sweeping exhale. I like to have a few sighing out breaths right here in the beginning of this practice. So make a nice big inhale. Part your lips, breathe it out through the mouth. Let's do it again, big inhale. Sweep that exhale like you're cleaning house. Good, drop your chin to your chest. Take a few breaths here, stretch out the back of the neck. We're gonna warm up the neck. Notice as we do our warm-up just stretches, what feels good in your body and where do you need to pay closer attention today. So you might notice some little twinge in the neck or shoulders or hips or wherever, and you're going to want to really be aware of that through your movement, through your asana, especially as we flow. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhale, center, exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, center, gaze over the right shoulder, turn your head and look back that direction. Come back through center, go the other way. Come back to center and take a few shoulder rolls here. Again, just kind of searching from top to bottom here as we move. Is there any spaces in the body that we want to give more love to? So with yoga, we're not in the mindset of no pain, no gain. Even when we're strengthening, go both directions, roll the other way. And we're certainly not in the idea of push through pain. So we want to listen to the body. Excellent. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, hand down on the right side, reach up and over with the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale the other direction. Good, just start to move deeper and deeper. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, one hand to the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Notice as I lean to the one side, I'm not collapsing in that side. I'm still actually lengthening both sides of my body. My arms start to feel a little bit longer. As we stretch, we're lengthening the body here. Keep going. Maybe start to bend deeper into the elbow, and then you can maybe bring forearm to the earth, moving at a pace that matches your breath this morning. We've got one more each side. Here we go. All right, come back through center. Arms reach up, shoulders reach down. Turn to the right and set your right hand to the floor, your left hand to your right thigh. Twist. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, turn to the left and drop those hands. Left hand behind you, right hand to left thigh. Sit up tall. Let's move with our breath. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to the left. A couple more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, spiral up the spine from the base up. One more time. Excellent. Come back through center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fingertips come behind the back, touching down onto the floor. Press down into the fingers. Lift your heart. Your neck can look down or sweep all the way back. Find what works for you. Excellent. Go ahead and release. We're going to be on our hands a bit more in a flow class, so want to make sure the wrists are feeling good this morning. Take a few rounding through the wrists here, this direction, and then the opposite direction. And anytime that we're in a forward fold or a child's pose break during the practice, those will be good times to just do this action with your wrists. Okay? And it takes a while for those wrists to build up muscle, so if you're newer to flow, be patient, don't overdo. All right, let's come onto our hands and knees. One more wrist stretch as we arrive on our hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to walk the hands out to the long edge of the mat. So fingers face the long edge. See how you feel here. Press into the hands. If everything's happy, move your fingertips diagonally to the back. Same thing here, little press, broaden through the shoulders. If everything's happy, one more time, fingertips in towards the knees. Good. Everything's still happy, hips back about 2 to 3 inches, keeping the whole of the palm on the floor. All right, nice job. Turn those hands around one at a time, facing back, forward, wrists under shoulders. Let's warm up the spine, just a few rounds of cat-cow to get us going here. Placing the tops of the feet to start on the mat. We're going to switch that in a minute. Inhale, lower the belly. Pull the chest through and gaze up. Open wide through your sit bones as you do. Exhale, round the spine. Try not to think of this as one whole movement at a time, but rather gliding up your spine like a wave, and then a gliding up the spine. Find your breath. Inhale, sway back cow. Exhale, round the spine. Small change, keep moving. Just curl the toes under, stretch the arches. Keep moving through cat-cow. Now the toes are curled under. Good. Keep breathing. Open up some space. We're going to need it today. All right, feel that core engage and pick the knees up. Hold. Flat back, knees off the mat. Reach from your tailbone through the crown of your head and just hold here. Hover. Good. Exhale, round the spine. Keep the knees off the mat. Look back at those knees. Look back between the legs. Good. Sweep the knees down. Keep the toes curled under. Inhale. Drop the belly. Come back through cat-cow a couple times. Good. Match your breath. Slow it down if you need. Now through this practice, your breath might get more shallow at times. Be aware of it. It's because we're going to use big muscles and we're going to move swifter, but if it gets too rapid, you're going to pull back your pace, pull back your pose, maybe even come to child's pose. Let's meet there now. Take the tops of the feet down to the mat, press the hips back, child's pose. This is our safe spot during our vinyasa. We can come here anytime. If we don't even need a physical break to come here, we could just be like, wow, I just need a break in my brain or something, so you could come here. But make sure anytime you need a physical break or you're losing your breath, you come right to this pose, okay? Remember, this is a good place to round the wrists. Maybe practice that for your body to remember, oh yeah, good place to do that when we come here. All right, we're ready to get started on some more stretching out and get the body moving. Let's inhale back towards tabletop. Hands press forward. One hand print, so they're more towards top of the mat, in front of the shoulders. Tuck the toes once again. Now, downward facing dog. Inhale. Sweep those hips up. Heels press down. They don't need to come to all the way to the earth, but you really want to lengthen your legs here. We also want to lengthen the spine. So think crown of head reaches down. Good. Draw your shoulders nice and wide here. Begin to walk your dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other leg, and then switch. Keep your navel tucked in. Keep your heart pressing back. Your gaze is back between the legs. Nice job. Keep moving. Keep breathing. Don't forget the breath in Vinyasa. It's so important. All right, we're going to take one more here of these little walk the dogs, and then find your stillness. Press back through those legs. Press back through the heart. Good. Now, we're going to walk forward on this first one, but you'll have options later. So walk your way forward to the top of the mat and take forward fold, Uttanasana. Here we're going to root our feet down. Again, another beautiful place to let the arms go. Relax the shoulders and round wrists as we move through the practice. And we'll see plenty of forward folds, giving us lots of opportunity to work out those wrists and hands, okay? Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, reach up really tall. Good, we're gonna come to a standing mountain pose. Exhale the hands down to your sides. Good, we're just gonna take some side body stretches, get us moving here this morning. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, standing mountain pose. As you sweep the right leg behind you, inhale, reach the right arm up and over, left fingertips down the thigh, and then over, left fingertips reach to the right. Breathe. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, left leg comes behind. Go ahead, stretch over to the right. Bring your right hand down the thigh. Get that nice big stretch and then deepen it by pulling the right fingertips to the left. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, unwind, standing mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Come into a halfway lift. Inhale, reach the crown of your head forward, your shoulders back, and flatten out your back. Good, exhale, fold. Hands to the mat, step back, plank. This will be our first time through what we're gonna call a Vinyasa flow. You'll do these at your pace throughout the practice, and you can do them with or without modifiers. Our first one will be with the modifiers. Drop to the knees, uncurl the toes, elbows straight back, arms by the ribs, lower to the mat. Good, keep those elbows back as you inhale. Lift your chest and head off the mat, looking down a little bit, and then pull back through the throat, and lifting up and looking a little bit forward. Exhale and lower down. Press your hands and knees into the mat, so use both. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Good, so that's our first Vinyasa flow with modifiers. Excellent work. Breathe here. Step your way forward, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Take your right foot back. Drop the right knee down, line your left knee to your left ankle, and now we come to a low lunge, lengthen through the spine. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Hold here and breathe. Start to feel those hips stretch. Always making sure when I say hips square that these hip bones are facing forward equally. So you want to focus on that. Shoulders down the back, last breath here. Exhale, hands to the mat, pick your right knee up and step back to plank pose with the left foot stepping back. Now we're going to add a little bit different here. So another way through Vinyasa, we'll still use the knees. Start to lower down, but we're not going to come all the way to the earth. Instead, I'm going to sweep my chest through, come off my legs, and come onto the tops of my feet for upward facing dog instead of cobra. Now, curl under the toes instead of using the knees, and back to downward facing dog. So that's Vinyasa option 2. Use your knees for the chaturanga, but include an upward facing dog. Step forward. Forward fold. Breathe. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Your body should be getting warm now. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left leg back. Drop the left knee gently to the earth. Line your right knee over your right ankle. Square your hips. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Good, nice low lunge. If any time that we're in a crescent lunge, this suits you better today, go ahead and drop the back knee. Nice, keep breathing. We're going to work through our next modified option of Vinyasa. Exhale, hands to the mat. Pick up the left knee, step back the right foot, plank pose. When you're in the plank, belly in, bum under. Good. For this one, we're going to use the cobra, but we'll use full chaturanga instead. So sweep your weight forward, hover, and then lower all the way. So those elbows are back and by the body. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, down dog. Good. So far our modifiers have been use the knees for chaturanga, use cobra, or use the knees for chaturanga, use up dog, or it's been no knees for chaturanga and cobra. So this one, let's go all the way through. Let's inhale, big inhale. Exhale, forward with the weight into plank pose. Now, if you know you need the modifier, please take it. Full chaturanga if you'd like. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep those legs off the mat. Exhale, down dog. Now we went through all your options. So as we move through Vinyasa, you're going to pick one version or some combination of the version. Good. Step forward, forward fold. Root your feet. Lift those sit bones. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. This time we lift the heart and we pull the thumbs back, pinkies up, back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Right leg steps back again. This time, no knee to the floor if you can. Keep your hips squared. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Sink the hips down. You have an option to keep the knee bent in the back or lengthen it, as long as you can keep your hips squared, up to you. Find your breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. Guess what? Vinyasa, very strengthening. Step back, plank pose, your choice how you want to get through it. Maybe some knees. Good, make sure you don't dip in between those shoulders when you come through chaturanga. We're in up dog or cobra. Back to downward facing dog. You'll notice that I like to mix it up. I'll modify and then I'll throw in a full one. Whatever the body's telling me to do, that's where I go. Step forward, forward fold. Good, press into your mat. Inhale, we got the back bend this time. Sweep all the way up, reach up with the heart. Reach back with the hands and then lengthen. Exhale, tuck the belly, fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left leg is stepping back. Yes, square the hips, front knee over front ankle, crescent lunge as we reach the arms high, shoulders and hips low. Breathe. Big breath here. You can use a little ujjayi breath in your flow practice so you can hear how the breath is flowing. Exhale, hands to the mat and step back. Plank pose. We're going to hold for 3, 2, strong shoulders, 1, press away from the mat, lift the hips up, down dog. Good, nice work. So we're going to add a new option here for coming into your forward fold. You can continue to step your way forward, absolutely beautiful. If you want a little bit more, you begin to bend the knees, but keep the hips really high. So I don't want to drop my bum, I want to lift up. And then I start to really pull in through the navel. I'm going to press into the hands and hop, but kind of float my way to the top of the mat. So let's see. We're going to come from down dog, bend the knees, lift the hips, and float our way up to the top of the mat into a fold. Press into your mat. Good. Breathe those feet down into the roots, and then inhale. Sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Let's bring the palms together at the top of this one. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. So I give little moments of breath catching, and then we move on. So in those moments, it's a good time if you need to round your wrist, straighten your clothes, find the breath, get centered, because we're going for another round of Vinyasa flow. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down like there's a chair behind you. Now watch out. You don't want your bum sticking out too far, so just tuck it under. We don't want to get it swept down, have a low back problem. All right, pulling tailbone down. 3, 2, 1, drop lower. Good, breathe here. Feeling the strength here that this pose takes. We've got the legs working, the core working, the glutes. We're stretching those arms up, they're working. Everything, keep your chest high, one more breath. Nice job, exhale, lift up and fold. Breathe. You can always release the head in a forward fold by just gently moving the head and neck around so that you feel a little tension release. Tension can build a little bit in the flow through the shoulders with all the vinyasas, so watch out for that and make sure that in between these pauses, you're relaxing it out. All right, nice job. We're going to drop our hands down to the mat and step our way back, downward facing dog. We're going to do a strong, powerful flow here just from down dog into plank. And it should be an even movement. If our feet are too close to our hands, we can't do it. We're going to get stuck in the air. So we need a nice big step back, and this is how we actually can test to see if we're in proper down dog alignment, because we should be able to float our weight forward, our shoulders will land over our wrists, and our bum will come down, and we're in a perfect plank. Press your hands into the mat now like you're going to push a heavy wall or door and lift up. Now I want you to pay close attention to that navel. I want you to tuck in here. Really hold the core tight. Squeeze in around the belly and back, and let's move. Come back into plank. Inhale, lift up. Remember, anytime child's pose, keep moving, keep breathing. We're witnessing those shoulders, that space in between the shoulder blades stays strong, like there's a little tiny balloon blowing up in between it, not collapsing. We've got 2 more. Excellent, last one. Beautiful. Hold the plank, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, child's pose. Stretch out those arms and shoulders. Again, round the wrists if you like. This is a little intermission, a little catch the breath. Good, now we're gonna work our way through a slow sun salutation and then a fast sun salutation. And when I mean fast or swift, it means we move one breath with one movement. Sometimes we get a little lost, and that's okay. You just pick up where you can. Good, but we'll start slow so you get the muscle memory, get the poses, the asanas into the body first. Let's inhale, downward facing dog. Nice, breathe. All right, we're gonna step or hop our way to the top of the mat, your choice. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and we come back to chair. Sit down and back. Good. Feel the rooting through the heels. Lift your heart. We're moving slow this one. Exhale, fold. Good. We're going to step the right foot back. Drop the right heel to the left. Heel alignment. Both heels on the same plane. Bend your front knee over your front ankle. Bring both hip bones squaring to the top of the mat, even if you need to turn your back toes in slightly. And inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Let's hold this pose this first time so we get it kind of into the body, right? So our hips square to the top of the mat. Our arms reach up, our shoulders are down the back. The front knee tracks at or behind the ankle, and the front knee also tracks at midline or slightly open to open the hip. Good, keep breathing. You can press into that back foot to kind of spiral your right hip forward a little bit so that you're more square. Our move from here is to exhale our hands to the mat, turn our right toes forward, step back, plank. Now we have a vinyasa. Go ahead and move through it at your pace. We're gonna meet in a downward facing dog, and we've got our first step through coming up. A step through means my leg is gonna come in between, my foot's gonna come in between my hands. So we wanna inhale that right leg up into the air, and exhale, step the right foot through. Give yourself a second to find it, and then drop the left heel down to the right, coming into Virabhadrasana 1 this side, remember. Right knee over right ankle, tracking gently to the right with an open hip, both hips square. So push into that back foot, let that left hip come around, maybe even left toe slightly forward to get there. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Check in, core is engaged. All right. Here we go. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Turn left toes forward, step back. Guess what? Vinyasa flow. Start to use some modifiers if you'd like, especially when we're moving more quickly. We want to use the modifiers to maintain good form and not get injured. Beautiful job. We're going to step or walk or hop our way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. And hands to heart center. Let's take a cleansing breath. We're going to move all the way through that again, starting on the left leg, but more swift this time. Like I said, if you get a little lost, it's okay. Just come back when you can, or take a break. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Good. Let's go ahead and take another big inhale. Sweep the arms up. I forgot. Here we go. Chair pose. There we go. Sit down and back. I'm only human. Good. Exhale, fold. There it is. Set the left foot back. Sweep the left heel down. Now we're in Virabhadrasana 1. Just one breath. Inhale, reach the arms up, squared hips. Exhale, take the hands down. Step back, plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. See the pace? Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left leg steps through. Drop the right heel down. Inhale the arms up. One breath. Warrior 1, exhale, hands down. Step back, plank pose. Here we go, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead, step your way to the top of the mat. Ooh, that one went a lot quicker, didn't it? Sweep the arms all the way up. Inhale, get tall. Hands together at heart center and center up. Good. So what I'd like to do is take us through that version of sun salutation B. One breath, one movement, both sides, ending right back at the top of the mat. It's not going to be easy. It's not meant to be easy because it's meant to bring some heat and some cleansing and strength to the body. But again, don't overdo. Let's go. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, chair. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale. Good. Exhale, right leg back. Turn out the foot. Warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, knees down if you want. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Sweep the right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, right leg through. Drop the heel. Ready? Warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Good. Go back through Vinyasa. Plank. Chaturanga. Come on, find your breath. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Step or hop your way forward. Top of the mat. Breathe. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhaling, we come to chair. We'll take a breath. Exhale, fold. Nice job. Step the left foot back. Drop the left heel. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat. Good. Back through plank. Go through your vinyasa. Skip it if you want and go straight to down dog. We'll meet there for just a breath. Good. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left leg steps through. Drop the right heel. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat. Last vinyasa on this flow. Go ahead, step back, take it. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Woo, downward facing dog. Almost there. Take a breath here and then hop or step your way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. We're ready. Inhale to chair. Set those booty down. Arms up. Hold. We did it. All right, let's take a little pause. Bring your hands to your heart center. Press into the mat and stand up. Catch your breath. Center up. Grab some water if you need to. Straighten the clothes. Good. Our next sequence is going to use this chair pose. So we're going to see chair. We're going to stay low. One of the things about chair pose is watching the knees here. They can have, we can be really safe with the knees as long as we don't do this. So see how my knees go popping out? When I sit down and back, I want to push knees back and set my hips down, keeping my knees from tracking forward. So always think knees back, because we're going to be in this pose just for a little, okay? All right, let's drop the hands down if you haven't already. Standing mountain pose, get as tall as you've been yet. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, find chair pose. All right, this is our starting point and where we keep kind of returning to over this next flow. We're going to start with our hands coming to our heart center, but keeping the heart lifted. Don't have to go too low just yet. We've got a lot of work to do. Press into the left foot, stay low, pick up your right heel so you're on the right toes. Pick the right toes up, start to pull them back, set it down, crescent lunge. Good, now press into the left foot. Keep that booty low. Come back, chair. Press into the right foot, lift the left heel, lift the left toes, keep squared up, step it back. A little bit of balance work here today too. Strength and balance, nice. Press into the right foot, we're back in that chair. Good, little break, stand up. Now we're gonna try it with our arms in the air, which changes our balance a little bit. If you get too wobbly, come back to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, chair. You can come lower if you're feeling it. Right toes, they come off the mat. Step back, crescent lunge. Good. Stretch, strength, stability, yoga. Step into the left foot, bring it back. Let's do the other side. Onto the toes, lift the left toes. Sweep them back. Nice little touchdown at the back to crescent lunge. Breathe. Press into the right foot, step it forward. Ooh, nice and low, and let's take a break. Stand up, let the hands drop. Nice. So this next little bit, we're gonna pretend like there's a wall behind us when we're in our chair pose. And we start to slide our way down the wall. This is where we're gonna get a little low. And again, if that doesn't work for you, you're just gonna hold your chair pose. Super strong. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, chair. Now get that weight back in those heels for a minute, because we're about to shift. All right, now we put the weight into the toes. Get used to it, set them down. Lift them up, heels up. Heels down. Heels up, heels down. Now we stay on those toes and slide our back, our booty down the wall. Good. Lift it up. Not too far. Back down. Woo, we're gonna take one more, lift it up. Back down, those legs might be on fire. Lift it up. Set the heels down. Lift all the way up, push away from the floor, stand up. All right, nice job. Breathe. Standing mountain pose, don't collapse. Stay light, stay tall, find your breath. All right. Let's inhale, take the arms up overhead. Woo, exhale. Utkatasana, step the right foot back into crescent. Now we kind of got the move. Now we're gonna slide the right knee towards the floor. 1, straight up and down. 2, don't crash the knee into the floor. Keep it hovered. 3, keep your hips square. 4, last one. 5, you're gonna press right away into the foot. Step forward, chair. Woo, let's do the other side. Press back, left foot comes back. Find your nice alignment. Hips squared, ready? 5, straight down and up. 4, 3, keep moving if you can. If not, hold the crescent lunge. 2, that's the option, just to hold still. 1, nice job right away. Press forward, good. Press into the legs, stand up. How we doing out there, world? All right. Take a few breaths. See how the breath gets short? We start to come back. We're using huge amount of muscles right here. So that's really natural for the breath to get a little shortened. We want to come back. Stand tall. We've got one more set of chair work. All right, here we go. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, chair pose. All right, we're gonna move slow and controlled here. Tuck that belly in, bum under. Good, lower down a little bit more. Slow and controlled, hold. Get that weight back in the heels, pull the knees back, lower. Hold. Lower. Good. Maybe thighs are paralleling the floor now. Keep that belly lifted off the thighs. Go ahead and press up, lift up. Nice job. Exhale, hands down. Good. Fan yourself up. Grab a sip of water if you need. Can you believe we are already over halfway through this flow? It goes so fast, doesn't it, flow class? Our next bit of work is going to come from the plank. You can deepen the core, the obliques, the shoulders are going to get a nice little bit of work. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, hands down. Let's step back, plank pose. Find that plank. Now you can choose to drop a knee on either side when we do side plank, okay? That can help. So we're gonna push our heels off to the left and start to rise the right arm into the air for side plank. So again, assist that plank if you'd like. Left leg down. I still am feeling quite a bit of work in my core, even with the leg down, and it helps with stability, so feel free. Good. We're gonna pike the hips. So we lower them 2 inches, we lift them. Lower, lift. 3 more. Lower, lift. Deepen that root of that hand into the earth. 1 more after this. Woo! Yes. Bring it back to center. Plank pose. Option in the breaks in the middle to bring the knees down and breathe. Or even child's pose. We're ready for the next set. We bring ourselves back to plank. Right heels down. Strong right shoulder. Left arm in the air. Pike the hips. Pull the navel in. Tuck your bum in a little bit and start to move just a little bit. All that moves is the hips. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Last one, and center it. Back to the middle, torso to the floor. Let's take knees down, child's pose. So we will get child's pose in between each full series here. So you can look forward to that and round the wrists. This is another one where the wrists might get a little tired. As we start to grow this next series, I want you to know that you can stop at any path, anywhere along the path. So maybe we're at like series 2 and that's as far as you want to go. Then when I get to series 3, you'll just do series 2. Okay, let's start with number 1. Inhale back to your plank pose. All right, shoulders and wrists in alignment, and we're coming back to side plank, heels to the left. Right arm in the air. Good. So step 1 in this is going to be to reach my right leg up as well. If that's too much, don't do it. You'll stay right here. All right, bring it back around, plank, and remember, on this plank in the middle, you can take the knees down. 3, 2, 1, we go to the other side. Drop the heels, reach the left arm up. Great core work without doing any crunches. Left leg into the air. We're gonna hold. We're gonna bring the left leg down, come back to the center. This is our break. After you're centered, knees down, child's pose, that's round 1. Good. Let's take it up. Plank pose. Strong plank, strong shoulders. What I mean by that is don't start to dip in between the shoulders. Stay strong. Left with the heels, right arm rises. So remember, we're here, or we begin to pulse. 5, 4, 3. Look at that balance you're finding. 2 and 1. Nice job. Bring it all the way back around. Knees down if you want for the break. We're here for about the count of 3. It's not long. We want to knock it out and get to the child's pose. Take the heels to the right. Good. Here. Leg lifted or pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Make sure you're centered first. Knees down. Child's pose around the wrists. Ooh, now this next one, we're going to be winding up sliding that top leg up the bottom leg a little bit. So for that, we're going to be very, very aware of where our knee is, and we're going to stay off of the knee. Okay, so it could be a little slide or a big slide, but nowhere on the knee. Let's go. Inhale, plank pose. We're almost there, guys. You got this. Drop the heels to the left. Raise that right arm. Good. So remember, we can stay. We can be here, or we're going to lift the knee and then come to bring the foot either to the thigh or the calf and reach. Pressing deep into the base hand. Excellent. Back to center. All right. Knees or no knees. 3, 2, 1. Let's do the other side. Good. Plank. Side plank. Maybe stay. Maybe lift the leg. Maybe you can even assist if you need to with your left hand and then re-engage it towards the sky. Now make sure that knee tracks towards the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Great work, guys. Knees down. Child's pose. Yes, be grateful for this child's pose. Now this next move is going to come from plank, but it's going to open up our body real beautifully. So we'll start there, plank pose. Out of that series, onto something different. Good. So bend your left knee in plank, and then send that left foot underneath your right leg. And begin to flop that place that right foot down. Good. So we want to open up now on the left hand, and bring the right hand up. And then begin to lift and pike a little bit. You can even draw open and just find this nice opening. Good. Set the right hand down and then draw back to plank. So the left leg comes under. Good. Right knee in, right leg under the left arm. Press into your right hand, reach your left arm up. You can begin to spiral the feet and lift the hips a little higher. And back to center with the hand. And then with the foot, nice. Press into the mat, down dog. We're going to open up the shoulders here, okay? We worked them a lot in plank poses. So you're in your down dog, just lower onto the forearms one at a time. Make sure your elbows are kind of in line with the shoulders or just slightly in front by an inch or so. Good. And then just press your forearm and palms into the mat as you roll your shoulder blades apart. Broaden through the back. And you want to think of making space here between your ears and your shoulders too. So you want to really kind of pull that head away and down. And then you can also lengthen the legs here. Just drop the heels a little more. Keep your knees slightly bent. Nice work. Go ahead, lower down to the knees as well. And then just slide the hips back, lengthen the arms. Child's pose, forehead to the mat. Ooh, good work. A few more breaths. Catching the breath. Excellent. Let's inhale, find our way back into downward facing dog. We're going to slow down just a little bit now, just to kind of let you know where we're going. Slow it down just a little, and then we're going to get stretchy in a few more minutes. So just start to really engage with the breath. Make sure the mind doesn't go anywhere. Keep it right with us. Walk forward, forward fold. Start to ease into a little bit more gentler movements with the body. So if we were moving quickly and in some ways very strong before, we're still going to keep some strength, but we're going to move slow and intentional. This time we're just going to roll up to standing. This ought to feel really nice. One vertebrae at a time, core still strong. Moving slower than you think you ought. When you get there, gently roll the shoulders back over the hips and then lift up, ears away from the shoulders, crown the head lifting. Beautiful work. And we're just gonna spread the feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, so not super wide yet. Take a nice big inhale breath, stretch the arms up. Good, exhale the arms out to a T. Good, keep a little bend in the knees. The legs are gonna stay right where they're at. Just move from your torso over to the right. Nice. The right fingertips are back, left fingertips are forward. Gaze back to the right hand. Good. Bend the right elbow and place that right hand onto your back. Stretch your left arm up, turn your torso back forward and lean into the hand. Bring that elbow back. Good. Shoulders over the hips. Inhale, left arm and right arm up. Exhale, both arms out to a T. Turn the other way. Left. Torso turns to the left. Gaze back to the left hand. Good. Lower the left hand down. Turn your torso back forward. Inhale, reach up and back. Good. And return, shoulders over hips. Nice long spine. Left arm reaches up to meet the right. Hands to heart center. Take a step a bit wider. You might even come off of your mat. Or if you'd like, just turn to the side so you can use your mat. And exhale, fold forward. Beautiful. Now we did a lot of strong work earlier, so try to relax into this forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows. You can reach your hands back, but really try to feel like we're just stretching out those muscles that we worked so hard. Lengthen through your legs, lift your sit bones, lengthen through your spine, drop your head. Even lengthen through the arms. You can reach them out in front of you or back behind you with nice long arms and feel a stretch there. Tug at your mat in between your legs so you feel like you're kind of squeezing and pulling the mat apart. Nice work. Press the hands back into the mat if they touch and slowly begin to rise one little bit at a time until you're up. Nice work. Turn your toes out and your heels in a little bit here and begin to sit down into a squat that your knees can track over your toes, so not collapsing them. Nice open squat. Good. You can keep your hands right here on your thighs, or if you're comfortable enough, inhale the arms up. Drop the shoulders and just sink in. Good. Feel the grounding of the feet. Big inhales and exhales. Let the exhales kind of sink you lower, and the inhales can lift you even a few inches. And then this next exhale, bring your right elbow or forearm down onto that right thigh and reach the left arm up and over. Keep pressing strongly into your left foot. Good. Inhale. Come back to center. Check out that you're still nice and low. Exhale the other way. Press into that right foot. It has a tendency to kind of want to lift that hip. Want to sink down, stay even. Good. Inhale, come back. Hands to heart center. Press into those feet and slowly begin to rise up. Excellent. Come back to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale to fold. Hands to the mat, down dog as you step one leg and the other back. We're just going to give our hips some sweet love today. Inhale the right leg up into the air. Start in a three-legged dog. So I want to keep my hips squared to the mat in the three-legged dog. Press the left heel down, lengthen that left leg out. Heart is back. Now, we're going to open the hip by bending the right knee, turning our belly button to the right, stacking our right hip over the left, and really pressing the right heel back towards the back of the head here, or left ear. Your neck can look over, so you're gazing over your left shoulder or under your right armpit, whichever feels good. Now we're going to come to pigeon pose straight from here. So come back through three-legged dog, bend the knee, and then send that right knee behind your right wrist and your right ankle behind your left wrist. Set it down, paralleling the front of the mat with your shin. Set your left knee down, and then if you need to, glide that right heel towards your left hip flexor a little bit as you slide down onto your mat, onto the top of your left thigh. Good, keep your pelvis level, so we're gonna try not to lean to the right, and keep the pelvis level. Take a big inhale breath, press into the fingers, lift your heart. Pull the spine up and away from the hips, don't dive into the low back. Now, lengthen your spine and exhale and fold. If your knees are sensitive and this isn't going to work, you can roll your way all the way over onto your back and do a bit of a figure 4 stretch like this instead of pigeon. So that's going to be up to you if the knees feel like this pigeon pose isn't going to serve you today. Good. Again, we're in that slowy, stretchy part of the practice, so breathe into it. You worked hard, you deserve this little break. Feel good, feel good. Whew, I'm sweaty, guys, I don't know about you. Catch the breath, slowing it all down. Nice, let's inhale. Walk the hands back onto the mat, down dog positioning. We got to get back to down dog, so curl the left toes under and pick your left leg up. Pick your right hip up, slide the right foot back. Good, we're just going to align our dog for just a moment here, and then do the other side. Left leg rises, open it up, belly button to the left, bend the knee, stretch it back. Fabulous. Come back through the three-legged dog. Set that right heel down a little bit. And then stretch it forward, bend the knee, parallel your left shin to the front of the mat. Glide down onto your right knee. Pull the left heel in if we need. Nice and tall, big breath here. You're welcome to stay lifted if this is where you want to be, or to lengthen the spine and come down towards the floor. Again, just roll this pose onto the back if the knees say no. Couple more breaths here. Awesome work. Now we're going to come out of this one just a little bit different than we did the other one, okay? So we're going to inhale, lift up onto our hands if we're not already there, and kind of give yourself some space. I'm going to curl my toe under and come a little bit onto the right knee so I have some space, and then go ahead now and lower onto the left hip so that you can slide those legs around in front of you. So we're coming to seated. Yeah, good. So we're going to go ahead and come in to staff pose and take a nice big breath. Make sure you're up on the sit bones and inhale the arms up overhead. Now exhale and reach forward, hinge from your hips, and as soon as you feel like that low back is going to start to really give way, that's where you're going to stop. Drop your hands. Good. Just breathe your head forward and legs down, toes up. Nice work. Inhale. Rise up, bend the left knee, and step your left foot over your right thigh. Give it a nice big hug. Good. Round your right arm around that left leg, and bring your left arm back behind you as you come into a spinal twist, belly in towards the inner left thigh. Now the tighter you can squeeze in here, the better. Look back over the left shoulder. Keep that right foot active. Sometimes it gets a little wobbly. And then you can stay here or let the right hand grab the left foot and just extend that left leg out. Stay in your twist and breathe. And if it feels good, the left fingertips come off the floor as well. Good. drop the fingertips, bend the knee if you took the options. Come back to center, and then release. Left leg down the mat, right leg in. Good. Pull the right foot over the thigh, wrap the left arm around, and find your twist to the right with your gaze back. Every inhale, lift. Every exhale, twist. Good. This is one of those we just worked really hard in the practice of the flow. We got the blood flowing. We got the juices moving. And then we come to this deep twist, and it's super detoxifying. So it's really great. That's why squeezing in, kind of hugging those organs is important. Good. Move your left hand to the right foot if you're going to take this option, and then extend the leg. Staying twisted. Maybe lift that right arm up. Just kind of balancing there. Press out through the feet. Good. Come back. And then unwind. Fantastic job, guys. Go ahead and bring that foot back on the other side of the left leg, and then bend the left knee to meet the right. We're going to just take our way to the mat using a little bit of core strength. I know after all of the plank work, that core might be a little shot for the day, but we'll try. If this isn't going to work, hands on the thighs. Arms straight out, and then move slowly. Keep your navel pulled in. Keep your back long, and lower. Nice. Come on down. Tuck the knees into the chest. Take a little rock around. Massage your body, your back. It deserves it. That's good. Good work today. And as we squeeze in here at center, again, another good detoxifying pose. Gonna slide the knees open, nice and wide. Open them up. Now, let the feet also come a bit wide and flex them. And then lift just the feet. So knees are bent back towards the armpits. Feet are up, kind of a funny little pose. Reach up to the ankles or outer feet and pull them apart. Get in those hips. There it is. Good. And then just glide your way side to side. This is called happy baby because, well, who else would want to do this but a happy baby? But it's really good. Keep pulling those knees kind of down and out. Bring a smile to your face. It's a happy pose. And it's right near the end of this tough Vinyasa practice, so that deserves a smile too. Awesome work. Come back to your center. Slowly bring the soles of the feet together and the elbows into the inner thighs, not under the knees. Slide those elbows into the thighs. Press those knees away from you. Hold the feet. One thing I love is a nice Shavasana after a tough Vinyasa class. So let's go ahead, pull those knees back together, drop the feet. Take your time and just kind of slide your way out to the outer edges of the mat with the feet. So right foot to the right edge, left foot to the left edge, and then just drop and flop the arms open wherever they feel good, okay? A little bit of roll of the shoulder blades underneath you. I'm feeling the back of the head into the mat, and then let the arm or the feet also kind of just flop open. So we want to kind of just come like a wet rag, and maybe you feel like one now all wrung out and sweaty. Come like a wet rag just flopping down onto the mat. There's no action here. It's just melt, release, relax. The breath is all calm again. You've come right to where you need to be for these next few moments. Wrung out. And what comes after a good wringing out? Refreshing. So as you lie here in your Shavasana, let the air around you breathe life into you. Feel the air. Entering not just through the nose, but through the pores. Feel your cells, just like you can notice that they're lighting up with freshness, with life, rejuvenated. Notice if you can sense any tingling or pulsating within the body that represents and bears witness to this beautiful energy in the body. That energy carried us through this practice. It carries us through our day. If we take care of our energy, we take care of our body, it carries us through our life. Take a few more quiet breaths. Go ahead and take a big inhale, a big exhale. If you need to stay longer in your Shavasana there at home, you feel free. Otherwise, come with me wiggling fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Take good care of those wrists today. Good. Roll onto your right or left side. And press your way up to seated. Nice work today, guys. Come back to easy seated pose. Ground your sit bones, lift up through the crown of your head. So yoga is not necessarily a workout. It's always a work in. But sometimes we get a little bit of both in our Vinyasa class. So thank you for hanging with me through that tough flow today. I hope that you feel great and energized. Bring your hands to your heart center. The light in me honors and salutes the light within you. Namaste.